It's day 4 of the lockdown, and today on Sport SA Daily Diaries we'll be chatting to Springbok fly half and World Cup winner Butch James. So this morning on Sport SA Daily Diary, lockdown day number 4, we are joined by World Cup winner and Springbok fly half Butch James. Morning, Butch. How are you today?
How's it, Adam? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Day 4 seems to be going pretty slowly, but going well so far.
It certainly is, and I think it's a strange concept for us all. What have you been up to the last few days of being stuck at home?
Yeah, it's pretty full on here at home. We've got a 1-month-old little boy as well as 2 other little boys. To try to keep them busy, it's them that I really feel sorry for. I think they're used to running around and getting rid of all that energy. So, yeah, trying to keep them busy. They do have a bit of homework that the school has given them, the older boys, so that helps a bit. But, just trying to help out around the house, keep the house clean. You tend to appreciate all the things you take for granted now that you at home and need to do most of the things yourself. So we've got a lot to be grateful for, and we're also going to try to use the time wisely. As you do in a household, you build up quite a lot of clutter around the house. So we're going to start by doing room by room and chucking out all unused clutter that we do have at the moment.
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun there. You've got planned. But you're not only a rugby player, and we'll get onto that a bit more, but you've done a lot of mountain biking lately. So you've been keeping fit since the end of your rugby career. What have you been doing the last 4 days to try and keep that fitness up?
Yeah, I did get into cycling. I've mainly just really got into riding the Epic. I think it was always nice, the Epic, because it gave you a goal to work towards, and that sort of race you do need to train. So I always used to sign up for that just so that I can get myself back into shape and have a goal to work towards. So I was down to ride the Epic again this year until it was unfortunately also cancelled. But in saying that, once that got cancelled, then I put all my bikes on the bike hub to try to sell, as well as my home trainer, which was a big mistake, as that was the first thing to get sold. And Rexy, hold on, please. That was the first thing to get sold, and it got delivered to the guy on the Thursday of the lockdown. So, a bit silly to get rid of that, because that could have come in pretty handy. But we're making do with what we've got. We've been running up the little pavement we've got, not leaving our property, obviously, but just on our little part of the pavement of our house, and doing a few push-ups, a few sit-ups, and getting the whole family involved with that. So it's actually been quite good fun.
So your Strava profile's also got these ridiculous circles going round and round and round in them at the moment.
Exactly, riding my bicycle around the driveway at the moment. So it's all good. The boys love riding their bikes, and they've also loved doing the exercise. Every morning we tell them to go get dressed, and they come back with their running kit on. So they're also enjoying it and getting into it.
So talking about kit, I saw your little guy there. He's got a Barcelona shirt on there. Is he going to be a footballer, or is he going to be a rugby player like his dad?
Well, let's hope that he chooses football, but I'm not too sure. He's, as you can see with that look, he's going to end up being probably a forward, actually. My eldest one, they both play a bit of soccer. Rex, the one sitting next to me now, he's just starting. I mean, he's only 4 years old, but obviously his elder brother, who's 7, he wants to do everything that he does. So we take him along to soccer, and now he's joined in with the under 5. So he's enjoying it. So let's hope any team sport, I think I would encourage them to play. I think team sport's always great.
Absolutely, I think it's absolutely integral to a youngster growing up and learning the importance of teamwork. Butch, talk to us about your rugby career. I mean, you're a World Cup winner. There must be a moment in your career that stands out. Is it that World Cup win that is the pinnacle that really stands out for you, or is there another moment in your career that maybe we don't know about? It was also a highlight for you.
No, I think, of course, it's always going to be the World Cup and winning that in 2007. I think it's obviously every rugby player's dream is to win that. But I think as you go along in your career, I mean, when you at school, you know, your next goal is to play for the first team at high school, and once you achieve that, then I think you look to the next one. When I play in the lounge. Sorry, man. And then I think then when you leave school, you want to play for the Natal under 21s or whatever province you're at, and I think once you achieve that, like that's you almost achieve your goal, and then you think, oh, well, hang on, there's something that could maybe be bigger than, you know, playing for my first team or playing for under 21s, you know. Then you want to play for the Sharks, in my case, and then once you achieve that, you think, oh, hang on, the Springboks, I can play for the Springboks, and so it goes on, you know. So I think throughout your career, you're always going to have some important moments and some great moments, and it's all been capped off with winning the World Cup. So that's definitely the highlight. But another highlight has definitely been all the teammates and friends that I've made through rugby. I think that's probably right up there, of course, with winning, is having made all these teammates and long life friends. That's probably been the best part about playing the game.
Who did you used to room with, Butch?
I started off rooming, especially with the Sharks and with the Springboks, with John Smith, and then he became captain. He got his own room, so then I moved on to guys like Jean de Villiers and Skalkberger and those guys. And also, when you play 50 caps for your country, you get your own room as well. So they all moved on to their own rooms. I never ended up getting to 50. So whenever I was in the Springbok squad, I always got the new guy in the squad. So whoever was new coming into the squad didn't have too many mates there, ended up with me. So they were quite lucky to end up with me. But so that's how it went. So I went through quite a few roommates near the end of my career because all my mates had their own rooms.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's an interesting one. So you were the fun guy of the team then, huh?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think it was always good. I mean, I didn't mind having a roommate, and I know it was always nice to have your own room, but it's also nice to have a bit of company, and also it's the best way to get to know the guys, you know, and especially it's made it a bit easier to get to know him and to see what makes him tick and what he's all about.
Okay, cool. Well, that's an interesting one. And Butch, so you've done the Epic. Do you have any other sort of sporting goals that are on the horizon, or that you would like to look at doing in the future?
No, not really. I think growing up in Pietermaritzburg and now living in Durban, I think the doozy has always been one that has been at the back of my mind. But I'm not too sure if I'll ever get to doing that one. I'm not too good in a boat, but we'll see, man. I like to set myself a goal because it does tend to get me out of bed in the morning and make sure that I am keeping fit and keeping healthy. So I'll need to find one. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe another Epic. I'm not sure, but I think just one more Epic, and then that will be me. I don't think I'll be doing any more of those. But I just need something to work towards. But I quite enjoy playing golf. So,
okay.
Let's spend a bit more time on the golf course. That would always be great.
Oh, that's good. I mean, the Epic is certainly a challenge in itself. Would you say it's something that's been harder, or would you say playing against New Zealand would be harder? I mean, obviously it's very different, but which would you say has been more of a challenge for you?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely the epic's definitely more of a challenge. I think, especially the way I ride it, playing against any team of rugby, it's only 80 minutes. Where a day on the bike at the epic for me, can be up to 8 hours. So it's pretty grueling. And also I think what's the actual event, the epic event, is one of the best, if not the best, events in the world. Just to be there and to see how it's run and everything that goes with it is just incredible. But it's the time leading up to the race, the training and the early mornings, the long rides on the weekend. That's what takes its toll on most guys that do the epic. The 8 days at the epic is grueling and tough, but it's actually quite enjoyable. Once you cross the line every day, it's really enjoyable. The race village and all the tents around and stuff. It's good fun, but it's the training leading up to it that's really tough. So it's the same as rugby. I know rugby is also not just played on a Saturday. It's Monday to Friday. A lot of work gets done between those days, but yeah, it's something we all used to love doing, was playing rugby. I mean, we would have played even if it wasn't our job. So yeah, we were quite lucky that we were able to play it for a living.
Yeah, I think you're one of very few that was really made their boyhood dreams come true. I mean, I would love to have played football for a living, but was never quite there. So it's quite something special. Butch, in closing, do you have a message for South Africans out there also stuck at home? This is a trying time for us all. Do you have something just to share with them that can possibly get them through maybe a difficult day or two?
Yeah, I think what's nice about it, it's not just South Africa that's in this situation. It's the whole world, really. So there are going to be tough times, but I know as South Africans, whenever we do have our backs against the wall, we come out even stronger. So I think maybe it's just what our country needed, just for us to take note of what's been going on in our lives, and maybe we'll all come out a bit better on the other side. And like I said, it's the whole world that's suffering, but I know us South Africans, we're tough and we can get through anything. So hang in there and we'll come through brighter on the other side.
Absolutely brilliant, Butch. Thank you so much for your time today. That was Butch James, former Springbok and World Cup winner. Tomorrow we've got a young golfing prodigy in Jaden Schaefer joining us. So look forward to that. Thanks again, Butch. Take care.
Cheers, Adam.
In tomorrow's episode of Sports SA Daily Diary, we'll be chatting to golfing sensation Jaden Schaefer.